Acha, hello.
Hello and welcome to Time Out Cricket Podcast. And due to my bad health, we were not able to be live yesterday. And today we had a somewhat okayish match. What do you say, Bishajay?
Ovi, hello everyone. Today we have two matches to discuss as we, due to health reason, we missed yesterday's match.
Right.
So yes, coming back to today's match, it was not totally one-sided. Like we were discussing, and you were saying that it is one-sided. Believe me, in Chepauk, nothing is one-sided. The reason is that A, Mumbai has an excellent bowling lineup,
Hmm.
and B, with the slow nature of the pitch, even in the last over, if you had to chase 10 runs or more, it would have been tricky. I feel, just to sum up this entire thing, two things, rather three things went against Mumbai Indians. A, due. Because generally, whatever matches we saw in Chepak, due never came.
Right.
Secondly, I thought they miscalculated Trent Bowles over and they
Hmm.
finished him one early. And
Hmm.
at the last, hence Pollard ball. And
Hmm.
thirdly, those two no balls by Jasprit Bumrah. See, Jasprit Bumrah bowled a fantastic last over. That was the
Right.
penultimate over. He didn't win for any boundaries, yet he conceded 9 or 10 runs because of the no balls. So these are the three things which went again when you are defending a low score. But I feel if Dew was not there, it would have been much closer game.
Okay. Um, Now talking about the veteran Amit Mishra. Over the years, he has been like impressing the whole IPL as a circuit for so long now. So don't you think he is a very misunderstood, underrated player of Indian cricket? A
Oh,
spinner, leg spinner to
absolutely.
be exact.
Yeah, absolutely. Obi, many a times I felt Amit Mishra used to blow under the radar. He is an immaculate leg spinner who has an excellent wrong one, rather the googly, if I may say.
Yeah.
Somehow, I found that when Amit Mishra, if you remember, he was the man of the match and man of the series in the in the 2017 India versus New Zealand series or
Right.
2016, where MS Dhoni, it was MS Dhoni's last series as a captain.
Hmm.
So I remember he was the man of the series over there. After that, he somehow lost his place. Then Ashwin Jadeja came, then Kulcha came, and somehow he lost his place. But I think he is one such jewel who was never utilized by the Indian cricket team, and it's really a sad thing to say rather.
Exactly. I think the BCCI look forward to the younger players compared to what Amit Mishra's age is right now. But looking back, when he was in prime form, he was still almost overlooked by BCCI. I don't know why that thing happened, but definitely we lost a gem. Anyways,
Absolutely.
moving on to Rohit Sharma. 44 today. After that, there was a very dismal performance by Mumbai Indians batter. Uh, any thought about Rohit Sharma for today's match? Did you see
Uh,
anything good?
See, Rohit Sharma on his day when he plays flawlessly, fluently, he's like a treat to watch. Only
Right.
thing in IPL over 14 seasons of IPL which has happened, I had hardly seen a season where Rohit Sharma has set a season on fire, like
Hmm.
Virat Kohli did on 2016, or David Warner, or AB de Villiers. They do every season after season. Somehow I feel Rohit Sharma, whenever IPL comes, Rohit Sharma in the Indian color and Rohit Sharma in Mumbai color are different player. Might be Mumbai are winning, might be because of his captaincy, but Rohit Sharma, the batsman I'm talking about. Today he played some nonchalant shots, some wonderful shots, but somehow he got out, and after that you know slip in the batting happened. Mm, but again, from a astute batting lineup like Mumbai, you don't expect a collapse like this. They have a
Right.
very good batting lineup with international players are playing. So it was really, because even if they would have made 150, not much, and we have seen even if they would have made 150, it would have been very very challenging. But anything below 7 runs and over before you begin a chase, it's not too much of an ask.
True. True. Uh, I think we don't have much to talk about to this match, and most
No, I
importantly,
have
the
few.
only
I would like to. Yeah, sorry, you complete. Then I would have two topics about today's match. Then we can move on.
okay, but one topic I would like to raise here, that is too much of no balls happening this tournament. What do you say?
No, we pardon my parody. It's like the COVID cases. The more you test, the more the numbers will rise. Similarly, in the previous all the seasons, many a times it was depending on the umpires on the field, and many times naked eye makes certain mistakes. When you put it to the third umpire who is sitting in front of a monitor, even a small inch will not be missed. So I would say better late than never. The no balls have been caught. The no balls have been caught and they have been penalized. So yeah, and now it's a good thing. It's like a check for the bowlers. If you remember for the KKR's game, Harbhajan Singh, Prashid Krishna, and I guess Varun Chakravarti bowled
Varun
no
Chakravarti,
balls.
no balls.
Yeah, so three no balls out of which two were spinners. Now this is totally a crime. So these things are checked for the teams and for Bumrah especially because he's the spirit for Indian bowling lineup. So yeah, these are the certain things to look out for.
And
Now,
again, we have to remember that fact that Jasprit Bumrah has a knack for bowling those no balls frequently,
one
especially
one
that
one was very costly. One was very costly.
2017.
Yeah, but if you again another stat is there. Jasprit Bumrah, after that no ball until date, he has bowled very rare no balls in international cricket. If you see, he is not like that. He's bowling no. But now, if you see currently in international cricket, hardly bowlers bowl no ball because of the free hit rule. So again, but this thing for Jasprit Bumrah needs to be a check, and I think he is a good enough bowler to know.
Okay, so
Before
for
a week,
you, yeah, right. You continue. After that, we are going to take the audience question. Yeah,
yeah.
please.
So before we move on to the audience question, there are two topics I would like to raise out here.
Hmm.
That is mainly Delhi's batting and all.
Hmm.
What was the difference between the all the other teams who were choking in Chepauk and this Delhi team rather because RCB didn't choke because they had AV de Villiers. Okay, was that I saw was Shikhar Dhawan in the top. Now that innings of Shikhar Dhawan of 45 might not be looking something out of the ordinary. It was like 45 or 46 or 40 balls, but that broke the chase, that broke the defense of Mumbai and that set the chase for Delhi. If you see that 45 was so crucial, like when the game started, the game was at 6 to 6.5 runs and over, and Shikhar Dhawan batted at that strike rate only till the time the team score was near 100. So what happened? He fed the chase in such a manner that the Delhi batting lineup who followed, they would be having to chase just 7 runs and over, which is like more or less a walk in the park. Secondly, I would like to say this Delhi Capitals middle order is looking very scary with Rishabh Pant, Steve Smith, Rishabh Pant, Marcus Stoinis, and Shimron Hetmeyer. The reason I say Shimron Hetmeyer is like an X factor. He's more or less like Nicholas Puran. If you give him these situations, he can take the game out for you. So, and I was very happy to see Shimron Hetmeyer didn't hit any airy fairy, classy shots when Jasprit Bumrah was bowling. He was targeting the singles, the doubles, and that showed the maturity. And I was very impressed by his batting. Yes, so let's go on to the audience question right now.
Yeah, right. I just want to add on one thing. I think this particular innings of Shikhar Dhawan can be compared with Yuvraj Singh's innings against Australia in 2011 World Cup. He took a lot of balls, like yeah, I think 70 balls, but scored 50. If you look at the history, things were like, okay, he just scored 50 out of 70 balls. But that innings was extremely crucial at that particular point of time. So, yeah, kudos to
Just
Shikhar
before you
Dhawan.
go, just if you reverse that, if Shikhar Dhawan would have been out within the power play after they lost Prithvi Shaw, then the chase would have been very very difficult for
True,
Delhi
true,
Capitals.
true, true.
So that I said, so I say he broke the chase, he set the game for Delhi Capitals, and this IPL, the more it goes, I am means I don't know, I am at loss of words for Shikhar Dhawan.
So let's move on to our audience question this time. In spite of two wins, Mumbai needs to think about their middle order. Is it due to the Chennai pitch?
Absolutely. See, Mumbai's middle order is full of hitters like KKRs. So they have Hardik Pandya, Krunal Pandya, Kevron Pollard, who likes the ball come to the bat, who likes a typical Wankhede pitch. They like
Right.
the ball coming to the bat and they like to hit through the line. But again, keeping in mind the T20 World Cup and keeping in mind Indian condition, they need to play in these conditions also. Because what happens, team at times miscalculate totals. They think we need to target 180, whereas in Chepauk, you just target 150 and your game is set for you. So that middle order, because I think Mumbai has, after this one more game in Chepauk, and after that they are moving, might be to Ahmedabad or Delhi. I just maybe Ahmedabad or somewhere. So yeah, they need to, means that middle order need to adapt to this condition. Mainly, we can see the bowling is winning matches for Mumbai. Mainly, the bowling was winning matches. So not yet seen batting winning the matches.
True, true. Yes, and if you look at the matches, definitely Mumbai batting lineup didn't look much solid till now. Hopefully,
And again,
there will
I
be
don't know the
some.
fantasy of playing to a Quinton de Kock at the top. Means, come on, you need to play Christian. See, you need another basher at the top because
Right.
Quinton de Kock, I this season I am not finding him that zeal over there. So and you have Ishan Kishan as a keeper. So play Chrislin. Play Chrislin. What's the harm? And remember one thing: Quinton de Kock is not that good a player of spin bowling,
Right,
whereas
right.
Chrislin is a murderer of spin bowling. So they can play Chrislin.
Okay, so now moving on to the yesterday's match, we were not able to cover due to my bad health. Um, let's talk about MS Dhoni for at least 1 minute. He
No, Ovi,
his
you.
captaincy. I am not talking about his batting. Definitely, if not, let's not talk about his batting. But that brilliance behind the wicket, ball dry hai ghumega. That tip to Ravinder Jadeja. It was like you could still understand why he is known as the best of this game.
Obi, I told you we had this discussion. There were Twitter discussions in Facebook also. People were questioning, and many of our friends also thought people were questioning why is MS Dhoni in the team. Believe me, MS Dhoni, if I may quote Mahabharata, is like the Krishna of this entire Mahabharata, which is the IPL. He is the
Right,
Krishna of this thing, and Krishna didn't even, he didn't even hold any weapon in the entire war, but he won the battle for the Pandavas. So MS Dhoni is like that. I don't need you give me one MS Dhoni, I can sacrifice my top batter for this team. I'm ready for that. The reason is that when I look at the Chennai team over there, Chennai team is batting till number 11. Deepak Chahar can also bat. You need that tactician behind the wicket. You need that tactician in the field who can understand the game, and no one can read game better than him. Why I am saying so? The moment he saw the ball was dry, and see, both the games today and yesterday's game were like pole apart. Why? It never dew fell in Wankhede. Sorry, in Chepauk this IPL. Today there was a lot of dew. Yesterday there was always dew in Wankhede, but yesterday there was no dew. So when he understood there was no dew, when he understood that the ball was, he got the drier ball, he immediately laid down the spinners, Muin Ali, Ravindra Jadeja, and we all know when the ball turns, there is no master planner than MS Dhoni. So I thought yesterday CSK won the match only because of majorly because of the captaincy of MS Dhoni. And another thing to understand, he bowled 3 overs of Sam Curran on the power play when he saw the Sam Curran was troubling the batters, and that reaped rewards. So again, MS Dhoni may not be at his best or may not be 50% with the bat, but still he's more than any player that can be for CSK. And one
so
more thing, I mean, yeah,
yeah.
sorry, you have a question?
No, question. I just want to add another prediction of yours. Like during the team preview of Chennai Super Kings, you pointed out multiple times that Moin Ali will be the key factor for CSK, and
Absolutely.
he did work excellently last year.
Moeen Ali, again, I'd say, yesterday I saw a tweet and I agree with that. English cricket team couldn't manage, but CSK managed Moeen Ali and Sam Curran better than the England team did. We saw the entire Indian tour. We saw the entire Indian tour. Moeen Ali was not there in the test matches where
Right.
there were rank turners. Oh, I guess on the second test only. There were rank turners. Moeen Ali was not there, apart from the first test. Sam Curran was not there matches. Sam Curran is a brilliant all-rounder. Sam Curran was played bits and pieces where not the batting he was not utilized in the T20s. So I thought CSK are utilizing their resources to their best. Now, Obik, I would like to ask you a question. I know you are at Bad Hill, you can't speak that much, but even a small pointer on you, Sanju Samson, again an agony, again a frustration, talent at loss. Your thoughts. Then I will add on.
Sanju Samson is following the same template you like throughout these years. Play one match, two match with with some great prowess, and after that, absolutely dull. And I don't understand why this thing is happening frequently with Sanju Samson. And it's not like that we are looking into this for 2 3 seasons now. It's almost like so many seasons have happened, like 8 10 I think 8 7 8 seasons, I believe. He's playing in the same manner. This is a standard template of Sanju Samson. This is something, I don't know, Sanju Samson need to understand that this is something is dampening the whole prospect of being into the Indian cricket team. You cannot go and play some foolish shot all of a sudden, not able to connect the ball after playing an excellent knock in the first match. I don't. I'm loss of words
I
right
would like to ask you one question directly.
now. Right.
Would you pick him for World T20 Indian squad in the say playing 11? Would you pick him?
I was almost expecting this question from you, so I don't think, maybe I would have skipped him because of the, if he does something good in the next matches, whatever matches left for RR, if he does something excellent out of the box, then maybe he had some chances for WT20. Otherwise, I think there is no use of taking him. There are so many other talents left, so I think they
No,
can choose from
just
that pool.
to add to your points. Now, I first answer the question which asked you. I would any day choose a batsman who gives me a 30 or 40 in a T20 with a good strike rate rather than a talent who can give me a brilliant 100, but he's a hit and a miss. I would choose Shreyas Iyer over Sanju Samson only because of one word: consistency. For me, consistency matters the most. Now coming to Sanju Samson, I am a huge fan of him. Means I
Right.
and we discussed this thing in a team preview of RR that Sanju Samson cannot be that again new kid on the block, that young prospect who is he's not young anymore. He's 28, 29. He has played enough IPL matches. He even got chances in the Indian team before Surya Kumar Yadav and Ishan Kishan. He let go of all the chances. In Australia, he played T20s, three T20s ahead of Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja. Yet he couldn't finish even a single match. In New Zealand, he played two T20s. He previously also played a lot of matches. So that's what I'm saying. We want consistency. And yesterday, it was a bright chance of doing that. See, you made 100 in the first match, and the world is going gaga over you. And after that, 5 matches, you will score that below 10, and again, you will score 100. That doesn't count because if it happens in World T20, India will be playing in the league stages, the semi-final total 4 or 5 matches, and you cannot risk a loss in form. Then the cup is gone. So I would any day select a consistent player over than a bright performer who may or may not play given in the day.
There is no chance for players like once in a blue moon shot. So definitely, I think Shreyas Iyer is much more obvious choice compared to Sanju Samson is. Sanju Samson, throughout the years, didn't show much promise apart from these flicks, what you can say. So Ananjan Chatterjee has a question. And that is regarding the double header. So before we move on to his question, we have to discuss the surprise double header all of a sudden in Wednesday. What are the changes you think for KKR tomorrow against CSK, and will SRH end their drought tomorrow?
Yeah, first that question, Ovi. First time I have seen a double header on a Wednesday.
Right.
Generally, it was Saturday and Sunday, and one season I saw on Friday, if I'm correct. So suddenly on a Wednesday, middle of a week, I couldn't make head and tail, and I was checking the schedule. It is there for next Wednesday and the next after that. So I don't know, but anyways, coming to the question directly, as we will discuss tomorrow's match. For me, if I may answer first, for me, KKR, Harbhajan Singh and Shakib may be dropped. I would definitely like in Mumbai. No, I would bring in one more pacer. For me, Varun Chakravarti, the spinner will work, but I see Sunil Naren playing. I see because the reason is that they are playing against Chennai, and Chennai they are a bit, you know, apprehensive towards spin bowling. So I would play Sunil Naren in place of Shakib, and instead of Harbhajan, I might go with a pacer, whether Shivam Mavi or Nagarkoti, means whatever pacer they have. Maybe Shivam Mavi I will go with, and rest of the team takes care of itself. Means rest no other changes for me. And
Okay.
sorry, another question is SRH drought again. SRH versus Punjab. Uh,
That again in Chennai. That again in Chennai.
that again in Chennai.
It's
I guess
hard for
SRH.
SRH. I believe. I believe so. It will be a
No,
little bit hard for
no.
SRH.
I would say Obi rather it is the best chance for SRH to open the account as it is against Punjab, who generally shoots the bullet on their leg. So Punjab generally, they will take
अपने
care
पैर पे कुराली
of.
मारो ये this is a
Ah,
common template for Punjab.
so I would again I would see whether what changes they make. And Ravi Bishnoi has to play. I don't know if tomorrow Ravi Bishnoi is not playing. I may very well go ahead and break my TV. I don't know. Okay, I
Spare your
tomorrow,
TV.
yeah,
Spare
I
your
want
TV.
Ravi Bishnoi to play tomorrow, and maybe someone like again David Malan. You need to play him. You need to play him in Chennai at least.
I don't think so that they are going to listen to us because last couple of matches were like going on like
So,
that
Ovi, what
only.
are your
So
thoughts
I
on
don't think
tomorrow's
so.
match on KKR? What are your thoughts on
Uh,
KKR with the changes?
See, the first thing will be definitely I will say that win the toss and decide to bat first.
No, no,
That
no.
is the
Bat or
first thing
field?
first. I
No,
think. Sorry,
it is
sorry.
in Mumbai.
It's Mumbai. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Decide to field first. My bad.
Uh,
Because the due factor will be there. See, it
absolutely.
okay. It was fine that yesterday there was no due. Dhoni was lucky in that case, but I don't think that will happen every day.
No, no,
So
definitely. It
so
won't happen
so
every day.
I will suggest that first thing first, win the toss, field first, check them inside a run they can chase, and then you please go ahead. Because till now, if you look at the batting, except the three problems like Dinesh Karthik, Shakib, and Morgan, all other batters have done something decent. Because if you look at the match against RCB, we still went to around 170. So that shows that still we have that power to go ahead. So I think in a pitch like Mumbai, you have to be very proactive in selecting your team first. That is, remove Harbhajan Singh. It's not like that he's not going to do anything special in, at least in Mumbai. I think my choice instead of Shakib, I think Shakib also should be benched. My choice will be Ben Cutting. I have just reiterated again and again because Ben Cutting, he is like a full deck bowler. He can hit the deck hard, can have those surprise bounces, and can bat very well in the middle order. Huge hitter, can hit the ball out of the park easily. So definitely, I will look forward to Ben Cutting. Now, if you when you're talking about Sunil Narine, I will say Sunil Narine again. The reason I am omitting Harbhajan Singh is the same reason I will omit Sunil Narine as well, because the spin factor, I don't know how much it will be effective in Mumbai pitches. Till now, Mumbai pitches, apart from the last match, yesterday's match, there was no such thing, no such story for the spinners. So I will definitely go ahead with one more
And
extra
Ben
pacer.
Cutting adds a bit more edge on the batting. Ben
Right,
Cutting.
right, right.
He
That
adds a
that is
bit more.
that is something also I kept in my mind. So Ben Cutting is my choice.
And which Indian pacer, like instead of Harbhajan, which Indian pacer would you play?
I think Shivam Mavi can be a good choice because Shivam Mavi. I think if you look at Prashit Krishna and Shivam Mavi has a raw pace in him. Prashit Krishna is more of a line length bowler, and he hardly have too many of variations. But again, if you look at Shivam Mavi, he's a raw pacer. He can hit the deck hard, but again, the same problem here. He has no such variations, slower ball variations. What we are talking about. If KKR is like, say, suppose they are chased, defending. Suppose they are defending. They lost the toss. They started defending the score. In that situation, we need somebody like of Harshal Patel, who can give some slowers, the knuckle deliveries. Those are very important in these kind of Dewey situation. Shivam Mavi again will be a good choice, but I don't know how much he will be
See, the
okay.
KKR's biggest drawback in Chennai was they
Right,
didn't have a single bowler who can bowl slower balls, apart
right,
from Andre
exactly.
Russell.
Right.
Not even a single bowler could bowl that cutter, knuckle ball. Pat Cummins hit the deck, Prashid Krishna hit the deck, Shivam Mavi hit the deck, Nagarkoti hit the deck. Only Russell was bowling the slow. So somewhere or the other, I thought that Chepauk pitch didn't suit them. Might be, I feel, Wankhede pitch will suit them more, but it all depends on how they execute the plan and what changes they make. The reason I'm saying because with from certain interviews of Brendan McCullum, I could understand that Sunil Narine will play. He was iterating more this fact that they would be bringing in Sunil Narine, but that again will be unfolded tomorrow. So let's see for that.
Okay, so
Any
we,
more
we have
questions?
two yeah, we have three questions. Two from
Okay.
Ananjan Chatterjee. Do you think CSK will make some changes?
No, no, absolutely not. CSK is a team who doesn't chop and chain much. They have this winning combination until if anyone, barring if in any injury or something, they will not make any changes.
Okay, so the next question is, do you think Rituraj can be dropped and Raidu opens with Faf so they can
See,
get an
see,
extra bowler?
see, Obik, Ananjan, CSK is playing with -1 batsman. I think they are quite clear in their mind. They are playing with one less batsman with MS Dhoni not striking, and we can understand that from the interviews and all. From Stephen Fleming's interview and from the template and the gamut of CSK, we can understand they will not drop Ritura so quickly. We saw that with Shane Watson last year also. It's only, I guess, 3 matches something. He will get couple of more chances, and I don't think CSK will play any extra bowler because of the insecurity in their batting, and that is quite evident. That is quite evident because if the captain is not in form, he will have insecurity in the batting. So I guess CSK might give Rituraj couple of more games, and they will not play any extra. They should. They should. Why I'm saying CSK is lacking one hit the deck bowler. All
Right.
their bowlers, Shardul Thakur, Deepak Chahar, they are line and length, cutter, slower, swing bowler. If it is a flat deck, they will find a lot of problem. Yeah, Ovik,
Okay,
another question I guess.
yes, we have from Shogota Sen once again. Should Russell come after Morgan and keep Karthik as finisher? Rush was showing some form in last match and needs 10 ball to set him up. If he clicks, he can take away the match. This is I to be very honest, this is something I was I forgot to ask you, but I think this is a very valid point what Mr. Sen has just said. I somewhere feel
Shogo, absolutely. I think you hit the nail. And Ovik, you please continue. Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I no, it's okay. So I think this can be a good template. You see, Russell was trying to hit the ball and he was able to do that. So Russell can come up a little bit. Morgan and Dinesh Karthik can be in the lower order and can play.
No, no, no.
I'm
Russell
not
should
sure
come
that
after Morgan.
that can be also done, but I think Russell can come a little bit up because Dinesh Karthik is showing no promise. At least at the end, he would like what you always said that when he comes at the positions like number 6, 7, he don't have any clouds in his mind to whether he had to defend or do anything. He just start hitting the ball. So that is the best place he can be in. Compared to what Russell had done, Russell took time last day and then he started hitting the ball. So I think on a pitch like Mumbai, if you are, let's suppose, if you are chasing total, I think this will be a good combination to follow. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. See, first of all, Dinesh Karthik should be the last batsman on the batting lineup, means not the bowlers. If you set the batting, he should be your finisher. Period. No
Right.
questions asked. I find Morgan should bat at number 4, followed by Russell, and later Dinesh Karthik. And if they play Ben cutting, then Morgan, Russell, cutting, Karthik. This will be my batting lineup. The reason I say so, I agree. Russell requires some balls to get set, and once he's set after the 10 balls, he can clear the game away. Dinesh Karthik can do no good while coming up. He is better like the Nihadas Trophy, like first game. He needs to come when 18th over is there, and then he can play his shots and score some runs. So this should be the batting template for KKR.
Hopefully, tomorrow we're going to see some
One
hope
more thing to add,
from
one more thing.
KKR.
If Sunil
Yeah.
Narine plays, KKR can use Sunil Narine as a floater. Sunil Narine can be used as a floater, say opened by Rana and Shubman Gill, followed by Rahul Tripathi.
Hmm.
If you see you need some quick runs, send Sunil Narine ahead. Even if he gets out for 0 or 5, it won't matter. But if the spinners are bowling, because Sunil Narine is the best player of spinner. So if you
Hmm.
see the spinners are bowling, send in Sunil Narine, ask him to go for a hit. And even if he gets out, then no issue at all.
Hopefully, things will be better tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Um, and let's hope that double header, surprise double header on Wednesday will work because everybody is working on that particular day. I don't know how
I
they
hope
have planned that.
KKR has 2 match losing streak. I hope they break that and they defeat a very good team, Chennai. I
True.
hope they do that. So, any more questions, or then we can end that as
No,
already
yeah,
past
we can.
midnight.
Yeah, right. We can end the session today. So hopefully KKR will perform tomorrow better, like as per our
It
expectation.
again, Ovik, depends on the team selection, the batting lineup. Uh, and I really want one thing: Captain Morgan to fire. See, Captain Morgan needs to fire for this season for KKR to be on a brighter side. So I hope Captain Morgan fires. Hope they're bringing the changes quite well. And tomorrow, let's see whether SRH can break the drought of losses and all. So with that, we come to the end of our live session,
Right.
and we will again meet you tomorrow. Hopefully on a joyful mood. Hopefully again having a smile on my face after the win of KKR. So, and we will discuss the reason why KKR won the match with all like keeping my fingers crossed.
Same,
So,
same.
with
Keeping our
that,
fingers.
do like, share, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon, and do wait for our live videos. And we are planning for even a weekly review of IPL might be coming up with this. So, let's see for that. So, okay, good night
Good
and
night. Good,
see you
good night to our
tomorrow.
audience as well. Okay. Good night. Bye.